Okay, next we're gonna go into some pelvic floor strengthening exercises or stability exercises. We're gonna start with a band. You definitely don't have to use a band if you don't want to, but that added resistance really helps. So we're gonna start with a side to side squat. So really sitting those hips down and back. So I want you in this position. Okay, we really want to work that pelvis a bit. So I really would like you to try to get those knees and hips to 90 as best you can, sticking those hips back like you're sitting in that invisible chair. And then we're going to sidestep, staying low in that position. So we're not scrouching down. We're using our pelvic mobility, right, to get us in that squat. Then we're stepping side to side. Good. And then switching back the other way. Good. Side to side. And then switch back the other way. One more time. Stepping side to side, staying low, sitting my hips back and down, watching those knees. Good. And stand. Okay, now going into kind of a kanga squat. So I want your hips to, or your feet, I'm sorry, to be a little bit wider than your hips. And we're going to go into a hinge, drive those knees out for that squat, back to that hinge, and stand. Good. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand. One more. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand. I want you to step a bit wider now. So now we're really going to challenge our outer glutes, keeping those knees pushed out. Okay. So hinge, squat, hinge, stand. So that should feel a bit harder when you're driving those knees out into that band. Hinge, stand. One more. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand. Good. Okay. Finding your hands and knees. We're going to start with a straight leg kick back. So my right leg extended fully. Toes are going to point towards the floor. Heel is pointed towards the ceiling. And we are lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Nice breathing pattern. Each rep gets an inhale and an exhale. We're going to hold, cross, in, cross, up, cross. This time we're not going to lower that leg down. We're keeping it up. Cross, over, cross, over, up, good, up, good, up, and good. Same side now. Whew. We are going to lift, kick, and down. 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 Two more. Last one. Kick, and down. Other side. Extended back and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Toes towards the ground. Heel elevated. Good. Working those glutes. Stabilizing that pelvic floor. Lift. Cross. Over. Cross. Over. Cross. Over. Good. Cross. Nice. Cross. Up. Cross. Up. Cross. Up. A different part of your glutes working now. Cross. Over. And down. Okay, scooching to give myself a bit more room. Now we have a side kick and down. Side kick and down. Side kick and down. Side kick and down. kick, one more, kick, and rest. So all of these, we use different parts of our pelvic muscles to help create a stronger or more stable pelvic bowl that helps support all of our pelvic floor organs, or pelvic organs. And so working on the different little pieces of the movements are going to strengthen and add stability on all of those little areas. The big thing here is we definitely want to work on that right and left side separately so that we're not having that our dominant side take over. And so I like this one a lot because we're separating out that right versus left. We also want to be very mindful that it feels pretty symmetrical or even as we're working through the movements. But this is a great quick one to get a good glute burn and really activate those pelvic floor muscles.